Testing 1, 2, testing. Stay tuned for Hutto Hippos playoff basketball as they face the A&M Consolidated Tigers in Rockdale, Texas from Rockdale High School Gymnasium. Testing 1, 2, test. Testing 1, 2. Testing. Coming live to you at 7 p.m. Hutto Hippos playoff basketball.
The camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Texas did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Texas. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders.
The University Interscholastic League would like to thank its corporate sponsors. Without the generous support of these sponsors, many UIL activities would not be possible. The UIL gives special thanks to Balfour, Baylor Scott and White, Dairy Max, Dairy Queen, Ford, Fox Sports Southwest, Gatorade, Hellas Construction, Max Preps, the NFHS Network, Nike, Register My Athlete, Spalding, and Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. These generous corporate sponsors support the UIL in all its activities, music, academics, and athletics. The UIL appreciates these sponsors and their participation in all that the UIL does in Texas extracurricular activities. On behalf of the UIL and its corporate sponsors, thank you for supporting UIL activities in your community and enjoy the game.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Texas. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Well, welcome to Rockdale High School Gym. Todd Robinson bringing you Hutto High School playoff basketball tonight. The area round, the Hippos versus the College Station A&M Consolidated Tigers. Hippos come in 32-3 on the year. Of course, they went undefeated 12-0 in district play. Currently ranked number 11 in the TABC, Texas Association of Basketball Coaches poll. A&M Consolidated went 24-8 on the season, 13-1 in their district, 19-5A, tied for first place. Both of these teams riding long winning streaks coming into this area round playoff game. Hippos a 13-game win streak and the Tigers a 10-game win streak. We're going to pause for the national anthem. So starting lineups about to take place for the Consolidated Tigers. We'll announce those to you as they introduce them. Again, they come in 24-8 on the year. Reese Peel, a senior, and they are senior laden. Number 5, Nate Floyd will also get the start for the Tigers.
Number 14,
Bryce Smith, number 14, also a senior.
Number 21,
Nathan Edwards, number 21, a junior.
Number 23,
and number 23, Mikkel Williams, also a senior. So 4 seniors starting for A&M Consolidated Tigers tonight.
And now the home team, the Hutto
Tigers are
Hippos,
coached by Andrew Daly.
overall record, 32-3.
Your starting lineup for the Hutto Hippos tonight come in 32-3 on the season. Caden Smart, number 4, a sophomore. Caden fills it up from the three-point line at many of these Hippo players. Jalen Bedford, number 2, a junior, also starting.
Number 14, Marcus Hill.
Marcus Hill, number 14, a senior.
A senior guard, number 5, Xavier Patterson.
Xavier Patterson, co-captain of the team. And, of course, number 3, Pierre Sanders, the Hippos leader who leads the team in points scored, steals, rebounds, pretty much any category, and Pierre is the leader of that category. I'm also joined by head football coach, athletic director Brad LaPlante. Brad will be sitting beside me and chiming in when he has a chance. We expect a game that's going to be going up and down the court pretty fast, so Brad, take your chances, jump in when you can.
Absolutely. Talked to the town ball coaching staff on the football side, and they had a lot of good things to say about this Consol team, so we'll see if it comes true with their length and athleticism.
Yeah, well, they defeated Tomball by about 25 points in their playoff game, and Hippos, of course, beat Pflugerville Connolly by 25 points in their playoff game Tuesday night. So we're just about set to go. Marcus Hill going to jump center for the Hippos versus number 21, Nathan Edwards for A&M Consolidated. Tip is won by the Tigers. Underway here in this area round playoff game in Rockdale. We apologize for the signal that we know choppy, kind of bouncing in and out. Just don't get a lot of good service out here in Rockdale. Three-pointer left corner by number 14. Bryce Smith is no good, rebounded by the Hippos, and they're pushing up the court. And 14, Bryce Smith gets the steal on a Pierre Sanders pass, and then Pierre steals his pass right back. Pierre pushing the ball up the court. Now he backs it out, has the ball top of the key, setting up offense. Just underway here in the first quarter. Rockdale in this area round match. Pierre being guarded by Smith. Drives left side of the lane, little jumper off the board and in. Pierre Sanders gets the first bucket for the Hippos tonight. It's a two-pointer. They lead it 2-0 with 7:10 to go in the first quarter. Number 5, Nate Floyd, passes off to Mikkel Williams. He hands to number 1, Reese Peel, who drives, and it's stolen away by the Hippos. Fast break, going all the way down. Reverse layup, good by number 4, Caden Smart for the Hippos, and they grab the early 4-0 lead with 6:50 to go in the first quarter. Pass underneath, and layup is blocked by the Hippos. Another chance by number 21, Nathan Edwards. He puts it in. Consolidated Tigers, they like to get down the court fast, as do the Hippos. Difference is the Hippos like to launch that three-pointer. Consolidated likes to look a little more inside. Three-pointer from the left corner by number 2, Jalen Bedford, good. So the Hippos are on fire early, lead at 7-2 with 6:25 to go in the first quarter. Three-pointer right corner by the Consolidated Tigers is no good by number 14, Bryce Smith. Hippos driving all the way down. Caden Smart goes up, and a little reverse layup is good. Caden Smart turned his body, threw it up backwards, and it went in 9-2. 6:09 to go in the first quarter. Exactly the start the Hippos needed, Brad.
Absolutely. Up and down the court, we're looking good right now.
Reese Peel being guarded by Caden Smart. Now he passes off to Nate Floyd, and the Tigers going to try to set it up. Nathan Edwards has it up top of the key, tries to throw it underneath, and overthrows his intended man. Reese Peel goes out of bounds, and a quick timeout called by the A&M Consolidated Tigers. 5:44 to go in the first quarter. Hutto leads it 9-2. Great crowd too. We're sitting right in front of the Hippo fans, and with the way this court is set up, you've got stands on the home side that seat about 600, and then a smaller section across the way that seats about 300. They divided this home section in half, so half of it's Hippo fans and half of it's Consolidated fans, and then on the other side, I guess it's just kind of overflow. But Hippo fans have turned out in full force.
No, this is good to see a packed house. For the distance in between the two teams, this is a good choice of a venue here.
Yeah, the only problem is the Wi-Fi signal is not so good. So hopefully folks are being able to hear us just a little bit. We know it's choppy, kind of cutting in and out. 5:44 to go. Hippos will inbound it after the Consolidated timeout. Xavier Patterson gets it in to Caden Smart. Tigers are going to full court press. Pierre Sanders has it, still hasn't crossed half court, and across the timeline. Passes right corner, three-point shot. Right corner is good by Caden Smart. Caden Smart's on fire, and the Hippos lead it 12-2. So not only is their offense doing a great job, so is their defense here early on. Nathan Edwards with it up top, tries to feed it inside. It's tipped away by Xavier, bringing it down by Pierre Sanders. Drives it all the way down, goes up, and he's fouled. Pierre Sanders just drove it straight down the lane, went past two Tigers, and then they got him on the shot. And Pierre Sanders will shoot two. 5:23 to go in the first quarter, leading 12-2.
Hippos so far doing a good job of breaking that 1-2-1-1 press of Consol.
Pierre's first free throw is no good. One Achilles heel this Hippos team has is it's from the free throw line. You know, three-pointers, they shoot 35%, and they've shot a lot of them, 947 of them on the year. They've shot about half that many free throws. Only shoot 65% from the free throw line, so, you know, certainly need to make the free ones when they get the chance. Next shot by Pierre, that one's nothing but net. So free throw good, and Hippos lead at 13-2, 5:20 to go in the first period. Substitutions in for the Tigers and just trying a whole different lineup. Little fadeaway jumper by number 3, Jalen Harrison in is good. He's got the bucket for the Tigers. So a new look for Consolidated Tigers as the first group was struggling. Pierre Sanders guarded tightly, kicks it down into the left corner to Jalen. Bedford still looking. He finds Xavier Patterson in the left corner. Starts to drive baseline. Now throws it back up top to Bedford. Drives all the way down the lane. His layup is good. Right-handed layup by Jalen Bedford on the left side is good. 15-4. 4:35 to go. A driving layup again by the Tigers. So they answer. Tim Bradford. And it's 15-6. Boy, contact, no call by the defense. Marcus Hill goes up. His shot's blocked. No foul call. Boy, letting him play physical early on. Pierre was mauled when he was coming down the court, and no call. And then Xavier goes up, and I think by most accounts probably would have been a foul. As long as if they're going to call it this way the whole game, that's fine. Inbound pass to Caden Smart. Feeds it to Pierre Sanders. His little turn-on jumper in and out. No good. Rebound by the Tigers. And a hip away, and going to be a foul called, I believe, on Marcus Hill, number 14, picks up his first foul of the ball game. First team foul, first foul called in the game by either team. 4:12 to go in the first quarter. Hutto leads it 15-6. So Hippos have gotten off to a great start. Now they just need to keep the pedal down. Pierre Sanders trying to strip the ball and coming from behind. Instead is Bedford goes up. Oh, it's got to be a goaltend. Wow, no call. Pierre Sanders gets the rebound. It won't fall. And the Tigers get the rebound. Wow, they got away with a goaltend. Big time. That ball was off the backboard.
Yes, it was.
So Tigers with it. Three-pointer from the right corner. Air ball over the rim, but rebounded by the Tigers. Jalen Harrison, he feeds it up top to number 24, Brian Darby, launching a three-pointer off the rim, no good. And Pierre Sanders has it for the Hippos. Passes off to Xavier Patterson. The Hippos are running. Xavier got away with a travel, but it's stolen away by the Tigers. Little drop-off pass. Boy, and a shot blocked. Again, no foul called. I think the Hippos got away with one that time. So these officials are letting them play rough. Marcus Hill goes in, layup off the rim, no good. So Hippos all of a sudden can't get anything to fall, including the layups. Tigers bring it back down court. 3:05 to go first quarter. Hutto leads it 15-6.
Needed those two short bayonets right there.
Got to make those little ones. Jalen Harrison sets it up and I think tries to catch his breath. Now pulls up, shoots a three, and nails it. Jalen Harrison, his 5th point of the game. They cut the lead to 15-9. So the Tigers have kind of weathered that early Hippo storm, and now the Hippos need to regain a little bit of it. Pierre has it stolen away. Going in for the layup is number 2, Tim Bradford. So Pierre, doesn't happen very often where Pierre gets the ball stripped away, but he does. Pays for it, and the Tigers cut the Hippo lead to 15-11. Now a foul called on Tim Bradford because he's really harassing Pierre Sanders. Tell you what, there's going to be some blood before this game's over with.
Well, a lot of contact. You see a lot of facial expressions on some of these players. They're really into this game right now, Todd.
15-11. Sanders looking to inbound for the Hippos. Gets it into Xavier Patterson. Sets it up. Top of the key. Now passes off to Caden Smart. Pierre Sanders has it top of the key. Starts to drive right down the lane. Kicks it down the right corner. Xavier Patterson brings it back up top. Passes off to Bedford. He's being harassed. Now he's going to dribble it back to the top of the key and pass off to Caden Smart, right wing. Here fakes the three, now passes to Xavier Patterson. He launches a three, and he hits it from the left wing. Xavier Patterson with his first 3 ball of the night, 18-11. Hippos stretch their lead back to 7. Minute 55 to go. Heavy pressure by the Hippos, stolen away by Xavier Patterson, now taken back by the Tigers. And then Xavier Patterson, I think, is going to be called for a foul. So Xavier picks up a foul, and boy, the officials, if they let this game continue this way, they've kind of set a pattern that a lot of reaching and a lot of hand checks are going to be welcomed.
We've seen more contact than what we have on that foul call and not got the call earlier in the game.
Yeah, minute 45 to go. Hippos lead it 18-11. Tigers working the ball around the perimeter, now driving baseline, going up and under. Nice play by number 3, Jalen Harrison. He drives baseline, goes up and under from left side to right, and gets the reverse layup to fall, and Coach Caraway calls a timeout. Minute 34 to go in the first quarter. It's at 18-13, but I would say the Consolidated Tigers have weathered the storm that the Hippos threw at them early on.
Well, 2 errant passes. They brought in their second group that seems to have a little more intensity and enthusiasm. The first group of defense for Consol, we seemed to have the advantage when we were 25 feet from the basket to get inside 10. We had the edge and dribbled past people. We're not doing that against the second group right now.
Well, and we're also missing some little short ones. You got to make those fall. You can make 3-pointers, but when you get your chance at the little short ones, including the layups, you got to make those fall too.
Yes, sir. Well, I think Brian Darby and Tim Bradford right now seems to be the energy on the defensive side for Consol. We got
certainly a good substitution by Consolidated because they did bring in a fresh set of enthusiasm. The Hippos inbound the ball after the timeout, still trying to get it across half court. Got to hurry. Xavier Patterson can't get across, and Coach Caraway calls another timeout. So minute 22 to go, and second timeout called by Coach Caraway. Xavier Patterson didn't have any help. He was stuck dribbling in the back court, and there was no Hippo that was there to help him out. So I think the Hippos are they're seeing a press that they haven't seen too often. You know, I know Manor would throw a press at them a little bit, but Hippos never had any problem with the Manor press. They're struggling a little bit with this Consolidated press tonight.
Well, they've ran 3 different types so far, and from baseline to baseline, and then they went to a trapping man, and they've already played a 1-2-1-1 zone full court defense as well. So we got to recognize it and make those good passes.
So after that timeout, the Hippos will look to inbound the ball again. Pierre Sanders with it. Trying to get it across half court. Gets it stripped away again. And a fight for the ball. Pierre comes up with it. Now he's running. Pulls it up, top of the key. Hippos have 5-on-4. Now Marcus Hill drives. Passes off right wing. Caden Smart 3 ball is no good and rebounded by Consolidated. Actually goes knocked out of bounds, but it's going to be consolidated ball. Pierre's, he's getting a face full of defense from the Consolidated Tigers, and twice he's gotten that ball poked away, dribbling it.
Well, you don't see that very often, that somebody can get up and play that tight to him and match his foot speed, that's for sure.
Probably going to need somebody to come set a pick for him and help him out.
Yes, sir.
Consolidated with the ball. And stolen away by the Hippos. Here comes Caden Smart running, 2-on-2, goes up, and it's blocked. Tigers picked back up by Caden. It goes up, shot doesn't fall, but it's going to be a foul called against the Tigers. So Caden Smart will go to the line. 31 seconds to go in the first quarter. Hutto leads at 18-13. A lot of energy in this ball game. Teams getting up and down the court about like we thought they would. First free throw off the back of the rim, no good by Caden Smart. Well, not only do you have to make the layups, you got to make the free throw.
Sure.
And the further you go in the playoffs, the more important those things get. And next free throw, no good. So Caden Smart goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Tigers with the ball, driving it in, and it's blocked by the Hippos, rebounded by Consolidated, and number 2, Tim Bradford, fouled on the putback. Jalen Harrison drove it in. His shot was blocked. Bradford got the block and went back up with it, and he was fouled. He'll have 2 free throws.
That's Patterson's second
personal foul.
Maybe here to end this quarter, to start the second maybe.
First free throw good. Tim Bradford. Takes off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Bedford for the Hippos. 18-14. 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. See if the Hippos can get a shot off. Pierre Sanders, tried to feed it. Thought he was going to have Marcus Hill cutting to the basket. Marcus Hill stopped. Pass goes out of bounds. So Consolidated is going to get the ball with 12 seconds to go. 18-14. They've got a chance to cut this to a 2 or 1 point game at the end of the first quarter. Kyle Jackson checks in for Marcus Hill. Pause and play. I'm not sure exactly hold up is right here. I guess making sure that all the subs have gotten in fairly. So 12 seconds left. Tigers inbound the ball. Dribbling it up very slowly. Haven't crossed half court yet, and it's down to 6 seconds. Harrison lets a 3-ball fly off the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Hippos, and that'll end the first quarter. Well, the Hippos in that first quarter with an 18-14 lead, but at one point they were up by about 10, and the Consolidated Tigers put a nice little rally on to cut that lead down to 4. And boy, this one's going to be a fight to the end, I'm pretty sure, Brad.
Well, we had a 92 lead with 54 left in the first, and had a timeout at 1:27. They had cut it to 18-13, but I think we're settled into what it is. It's going to be a dogfight here, Todd.
Yeah, I think this one's going to go back and forth, and again, right now the officials are letting them play pretty physical basketball, and you wonder, are they going to continue to allow that, or at some point is that going to change? And you officiate games, and I know one of the things as an official you always want to do is you just want to be consistent, right? You want to set a tone, and that's the way you're going to call the game.
Well, and I can see him letting a few of these go. The hand check rule and all the hand placement is one that they really emphasize. I guess 2 years ago they started to emphasize that. So I'm okay with those calls. They really need to be worried about player safety with the 3 that they kind of missed there underneath.
Yeah, there's some.
But no, you're right. If you start calling at the beginning of the game, you need to finish it throughout the game. So I think they're just letting these guys settle in and kind of figure out their play there.
Yeah, we saw that game against Connolly the other night. Kind of took a different tone in the second half than how it started. Still not sure what the holdup is to start the second quarter. Hippos will inbound the ball. So Kyle Jackson in for the Hippos. Gets it into Pierre Sanders, has it in the front court. Pass back to Kyle Jackson, top of the key, drives, kicks it down left corner. 3-ball from left corner, no good by Bedford. Fight for the rebound, taken away by the Tigers. And they're running, pushing it all the way up the court. Right wing, down low, pass to number 3, gets it to fall, Jalen Harrison. Jalen Harrison's been the money man for the Tigers so far tonight, and he didn't start the game. So he's been the spark plug off the bench. 18-16, 7:25 to go in the second quarter now. Right corner, 3 shot is partially blocked, attempted by Xavier Patterson, and Consolidated has it, tipped away by Xavier Patterson in front of the Consolidated bench.
Harrison so far, 9 of their 16 points, has the hot hand now.
Yeah, like I said, he didn't even start, but he came off the bench on fire. Dylan Richardson comes in for Hutto. Not sure we saw him the other night against Consolidated, so Coach Caraway may be trying to shake his lineup up just a little bit as well. Harrison with the ball, passes right side, 3-point attempt by number 14. Bryce Smith is no good. Hippos are running with it, and it's stolen away by Consolidated. So Hutto having a hard time taking care of the ball. Boy, save a ball and pass it to Pierre Sanders, and the Hippos are running with the other direction. Pierre goes in, shot is off the rim, no good. Fight for a rebound, and Consolidated tips it out. Again, Pierre, no call when he went in for the shot. All kinds of contact.
We had hand check here at half court, some more body at the elbow, and again on the shot.
Hippos will inbound under their own basket. Right corner 3-point shot, no good. Off the rim, rebounded by the Tigers. Kind of similar to the Connolly game the other night in that the Hippos start red hot, and now they can't get anything to fall. Missed layup by the Tigers. Fight for the rebound, taken away by Xavier Patterson. Now he passes off to Pierre Sanders. So both teams are really running hard and probably a little out of control. Jalen Bedford goes for a jump shot, and he hits it. The Hippos get their lead back to 4, 20-16 with 6:10 to go in the second quarter. Yeah, if I'm coaches for both teams, I'm probably saying, hey, just a little bit, maybe a little out. Left corner by number 5, Nate Floyd, lets one fly. It rims out. Tip is good. Boy, big number 21, Nathan Edwards there to miss shot. Gets it to fall, and it's 20-18. 5:45 to go.
Well, I tell you, if I'm a player on any of these ball clubs, I know I can shoot, that's for sure. It's catch and release.
Well, Pierre Sanders takes a pass, hits a little jump shot inside the free throw line, and it's 22-18.
That was a good pass there, good anticipation on the cut.
When I saw him let that pass go, I wasn't sure who he was throwing it to, but Pierre was there waiting for it. For 5, Nate Floyd has it up top for the Tigers. Passes off to Smith. He's guarded tightly. Now he hands off to Jalen Harrison, the right wing. Passes down to Nate Floyd again, and stolen away by Hutto. Richardson with the steal. Passes off to Xavier Patterson, crosses half court, and gets the ball stripped as he's trying to do a crossover dribble. And Consolidated driving it all the way down. Boy, and again a block by the Hippos. Pierre Sanders coming all the way down. He passes off, going up for the layup, no good. Pierre follows, good. Caden Smart missed the layup, but Pierre was there to follow it. 24-18, 4:40 to go in the second quarter.
Good follow, good hustle there. We had 3 guys hustling down there to follow that one up.
I'll tell you this, one of the things that this game could come down to is which team is in better shape. And I'll tell you what, I don't think there's any team that's in better shape than the Hippos. They run press the entire game. Foul called on, is it on number 23, Dylan Richardson,
yes.
I believe? If they keep up this pace, I say advantage Hutto. Because I already see some kids for Consolidated breathing a little heavy. They run up and down the court, but they average only 66 points a game, whereas the Hippos average 74 points a game. Consolidated trying to slow it up just a little bit, set up their offense, which is exactly what Coach Caraway said they wanted to do. They wanted to force this team to set up their offense and have to run an offense as opposed to running up and down the court. Starting to drive baseline, now bring it back up top. 3-point shot off the back of the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound and taken away by Bedford of the Hippos. He passes off to Richardson across half court.
Hippos doing a good job switching off from man and zone on the defensive end.
Oh, Dylan Richardson with a little dipsy-do.
Nice.
26-18. Gets the little underhanded layup to fall. Went up and under. Number 2, Tim Bradford starts to drive. He's fouled by Smart.
Yes, sir.
Foul called on Caden Smart. His first foul of the ball game. 5 team fouls for the Hippos, I believe. They only have 3 on the board. I've got them. No, they got 5. There's a ball tipped out of bounds off of the Tigers, and Hippos will take over. They lead at 26-18 with 3:41 to go in the second quarter. It's been a fun basketball game so far.
It has.
Pierre Sanders inbounds it all the way across the court to Caden Smart. Still in the backcourt. Now he's got Richardson streaking down the left side. Passes off to Bedford. Drives baseline. A little spinning layup. Good. And a timeout call by the Tigers as the Hippos stretch their lead back to 10.
That was a good run. Bedford now 9 points on the night. Hippos up 28-18.
Well, what a nice little, he drove the baseline and did a little spin 360 and got the layup to fall.
Well, the nice thing he did there when he got it on the baseline, he didn't hesitate. As soon as he had the ball in his hands, he had a plan with it and didn't hesitate, and defense did not have a chance to recover there. It was a great job.
Hey, don't miss the UIL Boys Basketball State Tournament, March 12th through 14th at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. Tickets are available to purchase now through Ticketmaster. For more information, visit uiltexas.org. Be fun to go down there with the Hippos, wouldn't it?
Amen.
Be a good time.
Not too far of a drive. We'd get some folks down there.
Hey, we got a lot of folks here tonight. This is a fantastic
Hippo
filling
crowd.
Well, this side, I'd say between the Consolidated fans to our right and all the Hippo fans to our left, this place is packed, and the far side is pretty full too. So
looks like we got a baseball team that showed up there far left too.
They're playing in a tournament down in College Station this weekend, so they weren't too far up the road. So after the timeout, 3:29 to go in the first half. Hippos lead at 28-18. They kind of fought off that first run that the Tigers made at them. Tim Bradford going to dribble it slowly up the court for the Tigers. Passes off to Brian Darby. Now he finds Reese Peel left side, and give me a foul called. Ooh, that's going to be 3 fouls on Xavier Patterson. That's not good. And that one was not a smart foul. He got called for a reach right there. Coach Caraway's going to leave him in the game. I think he reminds him he's got 3 fouls, and he better be very careful. Pretty risky move, I would say. There's a steal by Pierre Sanders coming all the way down. Goes up, went up for a dunk, and he was hammered to the ground. And now a technical foul call on A&M Consolidated. How in the world was there not a foul going up for that?
Well, I tell you what, he did get a lot of ball on the block shot, but he got him with the body.
He took him to the ground with the body, and then a Consolidated Tiger, I think, had something to say about it, and a technical foul called. Not sure who the technical foul was on. Officials are going to gather together, and I try to figure this one out. I'm looking to see if any blood. We're right behind the Hippo bench. Yeah, you're right. I mean, he went up strong, and you saw the hand get the ball, but some heavy contact on the body that took Pierre to the ground. So I think the technical was on Tim Bradford, I believe, number 2.
So that counts as his second personal foul also.
Oh, did he have a foul already?
He had a foul, and
already.
That technical goes as a personal as well.
Oh, did they call a foul on the play?
He already had a personal foul, but that technical just called.
Gotcha.
So
I got you. I didn't have him marked down for a foul already.
So they'll shoot the technical fouls first here.
Xavier Patterson will shoot 2 technical fouls. First free throw is good. You wonder if Xavier's going to get subbed in for after he shoots this next free throw. Again, very risky to leave him there. Next free throw is good for Xavier Patterson. Xavier has 3 fouls. And now Marcus Hill, I believe, is going to check in Xavier, and imagine Xavier's not going to play the rest of this half. So after those 2 free throws, Hippos lead at 30-18, and they will inbound the ball.
Another 6-0 run would be good right here, Todd.
Yeah, I think just play solid defense, too. Don't let the Tigers make a run at you in the last 3 minutes. Inbounded to Pierre. Richardson has it top of the key. Looking for a pick by Smart. Pulls up after a bump, and shot is no good. Fight for the ball, and going to be a foul called on Marcus Hill. Well, I think the Hippos decided, hey, if y'all are going to let us play this way, we're going to play this way. But that time Marcus Hill was called for a grab. And number 24, Brian Darby, will go to the line. That's
They may have called that on Richardson.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. They get that on 23? They just changed it on the board. So 7th team foul, so the Tigers will be shooting 1-1.
I'm almost certain he signaled 2-3 to the table here unless he came back and changed it. And they did have it on the score clock.
But then they changed it to work. So free throw is no good. Hippos get the rebound. Pierre passes it down to Bedford, pulls up, three-pointer. It's good! Swing. Jalen Bedford nails the 3, and the Hippos have their largest lead of the night at 15, 33-18 with 2:30 to go in the first half. Jalen Harrison passes off to Nate Floyd to Harrison. Passes to free throw line. Now driving baseline, and I think losing the ball. I didn't see it tipped away. I was going to say it was tipped away. I thought Bryce Smith on the drive just lost the ball.
Again, back in the zone, making them slow things down.
Yeah.
Forcing a lot of passes.
So they bring the man in, number 21, Nathan Edwards. He inbound it from the left corner. Up the top of the key, Nate Floyd. Down into the right corner. Can't see the number. I think that's number 24, Brian Darby. Driving into the lane. Where in the world was that foul? Holy cow. Foul called on Caden Smart, and they give him the bucket. I don't know where that was, Brad. Jalen Harrison gets the bucket, and he'll get an and one. Free throw is good. So Harrison, his first free throw of the night, cuts the lead to 33-20. All the mauling that's been going on, and that one, have no idea. There's a ball stripped away by the Tigers. They're running, coming all the way down. Pierre Sanders goes up for the block, can't get it, and the free throw is good by Harrison. You got to stop Harrison. If you can stop Harrison, I think you're in good shape. 33-23. Tigers cut it to 10. Well, we said we don't want to give up a run to them right before halftime.
Yes, sir.
Minute 55 to go still in the first half. Inbounded to Bedford. He starts to drive, now pulls it back, passes off to Pierre Sanders, crosses half court. Pierre being double teamed up top. Somebody's going to be open, drives all the way in, goes up for a shot, it's blocked. And then a turnover by the Tigers. Marcus Hill has it up top, passes to Bedford in the left corner. Caden Smart, top of the key, three-pointer off the rim, no good, rebounded by Consolidated.
I don't know about you, I'm still in awe that we had kids laying on the ground there and no call.
Absolutely. I don't get it. Jalen Harrison brings it across the court. Bryce Smith has it. Hands off to number 5, Nate Floyd, top of the key, back to Harrison. And then Harrison steps out of bounds as he drives baseline.
Good job, turnover. Bedford there, forcing him to the baseline and moving his feet.
Using that baseline as another defensive man. Hippos will inbound it with 1:11 to go, trying to get it in, struggling. Marcus Hill, that time they call a foul. Number 21, Nathan Edwards, gets Marcus Hill as he tries to pass. Only the 4th team foul, shockingly, against the Tigers here in the first half. Hippos lead it, or 5th team foul, 33-23. Hutto with the 10-point lead.
Tell you, Todd, this is almost my kind of game. You might not know this. I didn't have great foot quickness up there at the top of the key, but I could get in some rough matches underneath down at the block. This is my type of game.
I was the same way. I was little, so I had to play physical. Pierre Sanders with the ball up top for the Hippos. Starts left, goes right, now goes back to his left, being double teamed. Caden Smart passes off to Bedford. His three-pointer's off the back of the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound, taken away by the Tigers. Harrison pushes up court. He's surrounded by about 3 Hippos. Now he dribbles down into the left corner. Passes up top to Bryce Smith. Boy, he carried the ball. Harrison, little jumper off the rim, no good. Hippos fighting for it, saved, and Pierre Sanders has it, and he's bumped. And finally a foul called. 34 seconds to go in the first half. Hutto leads at 33-23. That's only the 6th team foul, so still not in the 1-and-1. So that foul went against number 24, I believe, Brian Darby.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Hippos inbound with 34 seconds left. Pierre Sanders has it, breaks the press, brings it all the way down, kicks it into the left. Hayden Smart three-pointer is good. And he got put on the ground, but no call. And now a technical foul called against the Hippos, I believe. Yep. So Dylan Richardson said something, and now they return the technical foul. Caden Smart made the three-pointer, but he ended up on the ground, and I'm not sure what Dylan Richardson said or who to, but he got teed up really fast. Jalen Harrison makes the first free throw. Second free throw is no good. So 36-23, 23 seconds to go in the first half. You just can't do stuff like that, Brad.
No, sir.
36-24, I guess.
Yeah, nice 13, 14-point lead. You make a basket, let it go.
Yeah, absolutely. The ball almost tipped away by Richardson. Recovered by Harrison. Goes up. His shot's blocked. Pierre Sanders running for the Hippos. 10 seconds to go. He's tripped as he crosses half court. So trying to chase Pierre Sanders down was number 24, Brian Darby. Trips him from behind. And Pierre Sanders will go to the line, shooting 1-and-1 with 10.1 seconds to go in the first half. They say that's the 3rd foul on Darby. Is that what you got?
I'm getting 2 fouls right now with all the excitement.
Oh, I am too. I've only got 5, so I'm missing somewhere, but I'm going to add another one for Darby. That's his 3rd. So Pierre Sanders will go to the line, shooting 1-and-1 for the Hippos. Got to make these. Check in for Marcus Hill. So put a little size in for the Hippos. Well, Brody will get in there and bang with some folks.
This might be his game.
Absolutely. Pierre's free throw off the back of the rim, no good. Golly. Hippos can make the free throws, they'd be up by a lot more. The shot by Harrison, no good. Pierre Sanders gets a rebound, running, trying to get a shot off with a second left, and it's all short and land out. So we've played one half here in a wild game at Rockdale, a very physical game. And I'll tell you what, the Hippos are gathering up, and A&M Consolidated coach is having something to say to the officials as he's walking off. And now his assistant coach is going to finish the conversation that he started. So we are at halftime. The Hippos lead at 36-24, and again, incredibly physical game, a lot of action, and 15 for the Hippos, 7 for Consolidated.
Definitely. I guess one of the stats out for me right now, we're 3-7 from the free throw line there.
Got to start the clock. About 3 seconds late, start the clock. 59-50, Hippos lead, 7:25 in the ball game. Pass down low, Harrison goes up with it, he's fouled by Marcus Hill. That's going to be 4 on Marcus Hill, I think. Harrison will have 2 free throws. Well, they put only 3 on the board for Marcus. First free throw is good by Harrison. I'd say he's probably pretty automatic. Seems pretty automatic with just about everything he shoots, doesn't he?
Yes, sir.
Next free throw is good. 59-52, 7:20 to go in the ball game. Pierre Sanders has it in the backcourt for the Hippos. Trying to trap. He gets away from that. Finds Marcus Hill. Hill to Caden Smart underneath. His shot's no good, but the follow is good by Xavier Patterson.
Well, not only does he have 32 points, Harrison, he's got a tough task in guarding Pierre. He's one that the second half has kind of had that matchup.
Yeah. which might make him kind of tired. Going to be a blocking foul. If that's on Caden Smart, then he might be done. It sure is. So Caden Smart gets called for a blocking foul, and I think that's going to be all. If they have it right. First free throw is no good by Tim Bradford. But yeah, Caden Smart picks up his 5th foul. That's a big loss for the Hippos with 6:54 to go in the ball game. Caden makes his way down the bench, shaking the hands of the Tiger players, coaches, and well, let's hope that Caden Smart has another game left, and at least another game left in
yes, sir,
in his season. He's only a sophomore. Next free throw bounces around, drops through for Bradford. 61-53, 6:50 to go in the ball game. Jalen Carroll crosses half court, being guarded closely by number 2, Tim Bradford. Now he separates just a little. Hands off to Pierre. Xavier Patterson has it free throw line. His little left-handed jumper rolls around the rim and falls. Xavier Patterson gets it before the Tigers could run it back down the other way.
Oh, they called that. Good, they gave it to them.
Oh, they called the timeout?
They did? Gave
it
to
the
them?
Tigers called the timeout. Well, both teams are in the double bonus the rest of the way. 5:14 to go. Hutto leads at 67-56. And tell you what, this is one that's it's a thriller. Katie just told me now they've jumped to the 4th quarter. So I guess they finally got whatever buffering it was doing, and they caught back up. I do want to give a shout out to my wife. She is a Consolidated graduate, 1986. Not only that, she was Miss A&M Consolidated her senior year. Deservedly so, no doubt.
I believe that.
She's Miss everything. And but there is no question she's cheering for tonight. She is 100% behind the Hippos.
Yes, sir.
Alma mater can wait for another time. Also want to give a shout out to Terrence Owens, our school board president. He's listening to us and fighting some health issues. Terrence, love you, buddy, and want you to get well. Want to bring back a win to Hippo Nation.
Tell you, this crowd right now would energize them. These folks are in it, huh?
It is intense. 5:14 to go after the timeout. Hippos leading 67-56. Tigers will inbound in front of the Hutto bench. Inbound to Nate Floyd. He gets it across half court. Oh, Jalen Carroll goes for a steal, can't get it. Driving all the way in, and oh my gosh, a blocking foul called.
Wouldn't have guessed.
That go against
God, that's
Pierre.
great effort. Oh, great effort.
Harrison will go to the line, shooting the free throws, and it bounces around and drops off. So that one went against Pierre. They have 3 for him on the board. Next free throw off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Carroll. I think the Hippos are going to be lucky if they have a team left by the end of this game. And Bedford takes an entry pass, goes up for a layup. He's fouled. Ball won't fall, but the foul's on number 3, Jalen Harrison. So Bedford will have 2 free throws. I think that's only they say that's the 3rd foul. Be nice to get him in foul trouble. Bedford's first free throw is good.
Bedford's carrying us right now on the offensive end.
Well, and from the free throw line, too. Next free throw is good.
Nice.
Nothing but net. So back to a 13-point lead, 69-56, 4:50 to go in the ball game. Right corner, Harrison passes it back up top, driving down. Little Euro hop step. Nate Floyd gets a little jumper to fall. I don't even know what's a travel anymore in basketball, to tell you the truth. Pierre Sanders crosses half court. And I'm not just talking about these guys tonight. Pierre drives it all the way in, gets the layup to fall. Basketball has changed as to what is a travel. 4:20 to go, 71-58, Hippos by 13. With it, tries to pass it down low, tipped away, recovered by the Tigers. 3 ball from the right corner, in and out, no good. Rebounded by the Hippos.
Good rebound.
And a foul called on the Tigers. Tell you what, number 14, Bryce Smith had that ball all the way down. It looked, and then it all of a sudden spun back out. And then on the rebound, the Tigers are called for a foul. That foul is on, looks like Bradford, number 2.
Sir.
That's his 4th.
Well, you talk about the travel and the Euro step. I count steps out loud, whether I'm
When
the
you're
lead or the
officiating.
trail
Yeah.
in those situations. I've had some freshman ballers laugh at me and think I can't count to 3 or 4 there.
Jalen Carroll's first free throw is no good. Got to make free throws, boys.
But you really, as an official, you do have concentrated on it.
Well, it's almost like 3 has become allowed. It almost seems. Right? The so-called Euro step seems to be a 3rd step. Jalen Carroll, the next free throw off the back of the rim, no good. Free throws are really keeping the Hippos from just running away with this one. Smith with the ball in the right corner. Trapped, gets it all the way back up top. Now left corner, 3 ball, in and out, no good. Rebounded by the Hippos. Harrison missed that one. Xavier Patterson has left wing. Picks up his dribble. Soto has it. Now he's trapped. Got to be careful. Dribbles out of it. Boy, he's surrounded by 3. He's got to be some Hippos open somewhere. Seems like there's 7 Tigers out there playing defense. Pierre Sanders spins, kicks the ball back to Soto. His jumper's no good. Fight for the ball. Pierre Sanders comes up with it. Dribbles right baseline. Jumper good.
Great hustle.
Pierre Sanders gets it to fall. 73-58. Hippos by 15. Pass down. Tigers tipped away by the Hippos. Going to say it's out on Hutto. 3:26 to go in the game. Hutto leads it by 15. Well, you almost feel like they've weathered the storm, right? And now you just got to weather one more. Little jumper gets to roll by Jalen Harrison. He's got to be getting tired, though, right? 73-60. 3:15 to go in the ball game.
Eventually, I think those are going to affect those jumpers.
You would think so. Xavier Patterson with the ball, going for a steal of the Tigers. They can't get it. Now Soto has it. Dribbles all the way down the lane. He's got Bedford right corner, fakes the 3, kicks off to Xavier Patterson. He hits a 3 from the right wing.
Big.
Xavier Patterson gets it to fall, and it's 76-60. 2:50 to go in the ball game. Tigers, trying to throw a pass to Harrison over in the left corner. And number 24, Brian Darby, throws it all the way over his head into the cheerleaders. And the Hippos will take the ball out of bounds with 2:48 to go, leading by 16 points, 76-60. Jalen Carroll has it. Xavier Patterson crosses half court. And he's trapped. Gets it off to Pierre Sanders. Dribbles right. Goes up. No foul called. And they're going to say Pierre out of bounds on him. Goodness gracious. Went between 2 guys. Both of his arms are still laying on the ground. So
good minutes there by Soto. That was big of him coming off. Give us some minutes.
Big. So Tigers with the ball. 2:35 to go in the ball game. Harrison, 3 ball, left corner. That looks like a shot that's from a tired guy, but there to follow it is number 5, Nate Floyd, and he's fouled. Gets the bucket to fall. He'll have and 1. Well, you saw that Harrison shot from that left corner. We were talking about him. He had to be getting tired, and that shot barely nicked the rim. That looked like a shot of a guy that's just worn out. Free throw's good by Nate Floyd. Timeout called by the Tigers. 2:27 to go in the ball game. Hutto leads it 76-63. You got 2:27 to go in this area round game. You're up by 13, Brad. You just got to hang on, right? And you know you're going to have to make some free throws.
You do. They're going to be trapping, and the more we get the good ball movement away from that trap and not feel like you have to attempt an open shot right away and move that ball around and just soak a little clock here is a good situation for the Hippos.
You know, I was talking to Gant, and I said one of the things about this team, he's got so many guys that can shoot the ball, and none of them are afraid to shoot the ball at any time.
You're right.
I mean, even when you're trying to run the clock, if they're open, they're not afraid to shoot it. And they all have the confidence that every shot they shoot is going to go in. But there is a little bit of there's a little bit of care that you need to take and strategy you need to consider. And I mean, you're not wanting to play just to run the clock out. You still got to look to score, but you probably need to just look to do that effectively. Hippos will inbound the ball in the backcourt after the timeout. Ball inbounded to Jalen Carroll. He dribbles it across half court. 2:20 to go. Bedford in the corner. Found Carroll underneath, but he kicks it back out. That was smart. Jalen Carroll will run some clock. He's got it up top. And you figure at some point they're going to foul. Jalen Carroll moving the ball around to Bedford in the left corner. They're trying to trap him. He finds Xavier Patterson going up. Shots blocked by Richardson, but Pierre Sanders picks up the miss and puts it in. 78-63.
Wow.
3 ball from the right corner, good by number 1, Peel. An answer by the Tigers. And then they knock the ball out of bounds. 1:44 to go, 78-66. Hippos lead it by 12. That was a big answer by Peel for the Tigers. He missed that one. The Hippos get it, then that's tough. There's a long bomb pass by the Hippos, retrieved by Richardson. He finds Pierre cutting, goes for the slam and misses it. And the Tigers come away with it. But now the Pierre steals it right back. Passes underneath to Bedford. His ball's blocked out of bounds. Well, Pierre probably should have gone up with just the soft layup, and maybe could have been a foul call too. 1:32 to go. Ball underneath for the Hippos. They'll inbound it in their own end. And now I think Coach Caraway is going to call a timeout. Still leading by 12 with 1:32 to go. You basically, in 1 minute, they cut 1 point off the lead. So if you can keep that up, then you'll be fine, right?
It's a fine pace right here.
Well, again, at this point, 1:32 to go. You're up by 12. If you get the ball inbounds, the Tigers are almost at a place that they're going to have to start fouling and taking their chances at the free throw, of putting the Hippos at the free throw line, right?
Yes, sir.
And the Hippos are going to have to knock them down.
Well, if we get that layup there instead of trying to dunk that,
yeah.
Just any points at this stage of the game are important.
Yeah. Yeah. You've played this hard of a game, and you're pretty worn out. And I know your mind probably tells you that you can dunk the ball. Your body probably isn't going to quite respond the same way.
But I tell you what, Pierre's a competitor, and he's been giving it all night, so I'm not going to doubt him one bit either.
Not at all. He would have set this crowd on fire had it gone down.
Baseball team is ready over there.
Absolutely. Yeah. Did you get a picture of that baseball team down there cheering on the Hippos?
I think it did.
That's awesome. They are cheering on their buddies. Hippos trying to inbound the ball, get it into Richardson. Gets a shot to fall.
Great body
control
control
it hung
there.
for a long time, but it finally fell. 80-68, or 80-66, I'm sorry. Tigers with the ball, driving it all the way in. Number 3, Harrison misses, but gets his own putback. 1:10 to go, 80-68. Wow, and there's Dylan Richardson just knocked to the ground. Foul on number 2, Bradford. That should be his 5th, right? I believe. I've got 5. Hey, look at there. I was actually right. So Tim Bradford fouls out for the Tigers. Their first foul out of the ball game.
Tough kid. Played hard.
Got a lot of tough kids. Look at that. Some of these boys look like they could be, and they probably are, contributors on the Consolidated football team.
Yes, sir.
1:08 to go. Dylan Richardson will go to the line, shooting 2. Hippos leading 80-68. Seems like they're trying to sort something out, not sure, but Hippos have nobody at the line, so they back everybody off. First free throw's good by Richardson.
May have been some confusion on the traveling and the fouls, and if we get 6 NBA fouls here. Just thinking out loud there.
There's so much confusion tonight. Next free throw good by Dylan Richardson.
Attaboy, Dylan.
2 clutch free throws. Those look good, too. 82-68. Start the clock. About 3 seconds before they started the clock. 3-point from the corner is good by Jalen Harrison. 82-71. Xavier Patterson gets it across half court, drives it all the way down, kicks it off to Bedford. Little baseline jumper, good.
Tell you what's good,
but
with 1:05 left is a freshman standing at the line sinking 2 free throws like that.
84-71, 40 seconds to go. Peel goes underneath. Up and under is no good. Rebounded by the Hippos. Pierre Sanders has it. All the way down to Richardson. Goes up for the layup. Ball's blocked out of bounds. 28 seconds to go. Hippos lead it by 13. Well, I think the Hippos are going to be able to hang on to this one. What a ball game. Coach Caraway going to call a timeout. And the Hippos, with 28 seconds left, are on their way to the next round. Well, one more time, let me tell you about the state boys basketball tournament. Don't miss the UIL boys basketball state tournament, March 12th through 14th at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. Tickets are available to purchase now through Ticketmaster. For more information, visit uiltexas.org. Well, Brad, I think this is one of those games that is going to serve this team really well going on down the line. To have really, you know, they've led this game from wire to wire. You know, you got out to an early lead, 9-2, I think, and then
yes, sir.
You let them come back, and they got it close, stretched it out, let it get close again. But the Hippos have always been able to just kind of keep them at an arm's length. And, you know, this was one of those games against a team like this this is the kind of team that can beat the Hippos because they run down the court fast. You know, they play the Hippos kind of game. But Hutto has really just stepped up, met the challenge, and exceeded the challenge. And with 28 seconds to go, they are about to inbound the ball with a 13-point lead.
Well, I think we have 8 scorers on the game. I think they may only have 4 kids that have scored.
Hippos
tonight.
couldn't get it inbound, so
Good
a 5-second call against the Hippos, and then on the inbound, Richardson steals it, goes up for a layup. Oh, they're going to call a charge on Dylan Richardson right there. Wow. Probably wasn't advisable to even go for that. You steal that ball with 28 seconds left, just start dribbling, right? But it's a mentality, right? This team is all made up of scorers and have a scorer's mentality. Driving down as number 5, Nate Floyd, gets a layup to fall. 84-73, 15 seconds to go. Clock continues to count, trying to get it inbounds. They do to Pierre, and he's grabbed from behind, and Pierre will go to the line. Fouls on number 3, Jalen Harrison. 11.4 seconds to go. Hippos lead at 84-73. Well, I think the Hippos will play probably next Tuesday against Cedar Park. If Cedar Park wins their game, that'll be fun.
A good one.
Pierre Sanders' first free throw is good. 85-73.
Is it Lake Creek, Montgomery? Cedar Park's matched up against?
I think that's right.